I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a weighted blanket that I sleep with nightly, and you might think it's just for people with autism that struggle falling asleep, but I've found a new use for these absolute gifts from God. You see, I realized that sleep was really cutting into my workout schedule, and not until I discovered the pure, unadulterated beauty of weighted blankets did I find a solution. You wake up from night terrors at 3 a.m., just lift your arms and do some reps, lifting the weighted blanket off of your sweaty, musky body until you're tired enough to fall back asleep. You know, this all seems fine, of course, since it's one of the best ideas in the history of humanity, but let me tell you what happened this morning that caused it all to come crashing down. This morning, I did my usual power play to really show the blanket who's the fucking boss by throwing it off of me as soon as my eyes cracked open. But this time, something I never would have expected happened. There was some dried nut on my dick from a wank session the night before, and it was gluing my poor penis to the blanket. So when I threw it off, it took me with it. I was super glued to this fucking blanket, flying across the room, and as soon as I landed and the weight of the blanket snapped both of my legs, I knew exactly what I had to do. I had to rip the jizz adhesive off of my ding-dong like a band-aid, or really it should be called a mandate, because my manhood was definitely in need of medical aid after that ordeal. I don't use weighted blankets anymore, so now I'm deciding to go the opposite direction in the bedspread weight department and going directly for the thin silk handkerchiefs stitched together to form a blanket weighing less than 1 ounce. That's what you're looking at today, folks. This is my training video for dealing with my dick being glued to my sleepwear, and the best way is to remove said sleepwear from my dick. Alright, let's watch and learn. See, now, he's got this teacup and plate that he's going to use to weigh it down, so it's like it is attached to his dick, and he's going to use his tape measure right here so that he doesn't have to use his hands, because pain is bad, and it's hard to do things when it causes pain. See, look at that. No pain. This man is a rock-solid golem. He's a stone golem. Yeah, he's using a PS2 this time. Well, this PS2, that's a good one for if you're sitting there in your game and you fall asleep gaming. This one right here, this one is perfect for me. This is the pose that I fall asleep in almost every night. This is one of my signature yoga poses, and it gets my chakras aligned. So when I wake up, I'm ready to start my day with lower lumbar damage. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And I sleep with a fan pointed directly at my balls, too, since they're pointing up like that. Now, let's say you fall asleep in the office. You're falling asleep at work, right? And that's okay. That's okay. But you got some paper stuck to your dick. You got a shredder. See? Look at that. Look at that. No pain, nothing. And you also did part of your job because you shredded the paper that was stuck to your dick. No evidence left behind. Look at that triumphant face. Now, let's say you fucked your dog the night before, and the dog's still sleeping in the bed with you because, you know, that's what lovers do, and you want to get this thing off of you by using the dog. And the dog's happy to oblige, so it's going to do its best. It's going to try its hardest to pull that fucking blanket off of your dick. Now, here it goes. And you can see he's having a little bit of trouble. He's struggling a little bit because the coordination between him and his dog isn't exactly sound. And there it is. It still works. It still worked just fine. Look at that chiseled jawline. Now, let's say, if you're anything like me, you're sleeping while you're driving your motorcycle, or you sleep on your motorcycle, and you got it stuck to your dick. Well, you flip that damn visor up, and it's off of your dick. Perfect. Now, let's say you're stuck in a dimension where blankets just so happen to be infinite. Let's check this out. All of these blankets are currently stuck to the dick. You gotta get down to the one that stuck the most. So you pull those off, you're pulling off those silk blankets. Look at that concentration. This man is a professional. He should start a business. Taking stuck blankets off of dicks. Oh, there it is. He got it all off. And look at him, he points at it, shows him that it's all good. Well, I feel like I'm generally a much more better versed in detaching blankets that are stuck to my dick from my dick. Detaching blankets from my dick that are stuck with day-old cum. If you have any other tips for me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. But that's really all I got. I am now a professional jizzologist. I am now a professional removing dick from blanket professor in the school of removing blankets stuck to dicks, specifically my own dick. But if anybody wants to help me start up a business where I go to people's houses in the morning and remove people's glued dicks and remove people's glued blankets from their dicks, then all means, I would definitely do that. I feel like it'd be one of the best businesses of 2019, if not the rest of history. Anyway, guys, thanks. I'll see you around.